It's Sunday, it's Mother's Day, and so to all you mothers out there, I just like to say Happy Mother's Day. May you have a blessed day, and also tell you a bit of a joke. If you are a mother, and if you are a sister, what does that make you? A momster. That joke is pretty old. I found that on Facebook a long time ago, and I somehow remembered it. I think it's a pretty cool little joke. I'm going to try that out today elsewhere and see if I can get any laughs out of that. Maybe, if I feel like being talkative. But yeah, today's Mother's Day, and also to my own mother. I like to say Happy Mother's Day to my own mother, and I'm going to tell you all something about mothers. This whole video, I think, I want to make it all about moms, because there's one subscriber that wants me to talk about a few things and everything, and I'll eventually get to that. But I kind of do things as I want to do them, and whenever I do them, and however I feel like doing them. And today I just want to honor all the mothers out there. From a native point of view, mothers are women in general are the givers of life to this world, And like in the Cherokee way of life, the children belong to the mother and the mother's clan. Even when a man marries a woman, he takes up her clan and leaves his clan behind. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And, it's just like how it says in the Christian Bible, when two people get married, the two fleshes become one, and that's kind of like a symbolization of that, that the Cherokee already had established, long before the Bible ever came to this continent. Now, I ain't putting down the Bible in any form, shape, or way, but I'm just making a historical reference that's fact. And also, too, I know in the Anishinaabe or the Ojibwe belief, they believe that woman came first and that man would serve, like in certain ceremonies and stuff, I was told, that the woman is served first by a man, and because women are the givers of life, once again, and that was the idea behind that belief. And I thought that was kind of cool too, And then on top of that, I'll tell you something about my mother. There were times I was a little hellion. I mean, seriously, I thought really I was like that song, the only hell my mama ever raised, until my sister became 12 or 13 years old, then she surpassed me with flying colors. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, who knows? But, tell you something about my mom. My mom, she taught me and my sister quite a lot. Any knowledge, any wisdom I have that's worth a darn, well, it all came from her, not me. And one thing my mom always taught me growing up was, it's always easy when you're down in the dumps, feeling depressed, nothing's going right whatsoever, and you just feel like screaming and pulling your hair out. Well, she said, it's so easy to always see the negative side of life. She said it's always so easy to just be angry. It's always easy to just have a scowl on your face. And she said, here's a true victory. She said to me, do the opposite of what these things tell you to do or what you feel like doing. She said, if you feel like crying, laugh. She said, if you feeling down, find something that lifts you up. If you're feeling like shutting yourself in, locking yourself away from the world and soaking in your own sorrow, She said, bust down the door and get out in the world and find something that will make you happy. She said, I don't care if it's going for a walk, talking with God, fishing, gardening, or just walking around and greeting people as you go. She said to me, you always do the opposite of that. And she said, you always try to find the positive in every single negative situation, as which I've been in many situations where that's easier said than done, and nothing is never easy in this life. That's one of the many things my mother taught me. And she always taught me to find joy and appreciate the simple things of life. One of the many things that she taught me, used to teach me these about the simple things of life is you take a single blade of grass. No matter how many times you cut that single blade of grass, you can cut it down to where it's within 1/2 of an inch or all the way down to the root just about. And if you let that single piece of grass grow, eventually it will grow right back into that perfect point that's at the end of a single blade of grass. And she said you have to admire at the all in that for these reasons. She said, first of all, if that was literally made by man, it would not grow so perfectly. So in the same sense, you're seeing the awe and the wonders of God and work. And she said to me, you take a bumblebee, you take the smallest of small animals and creatures, and you imagine, what the world is like for them, she said, during the harshest of weather. And she said, they survive. They make it somehow. And she said that there is one of the simplest things in the world and in life. And she said, once again, before your eyes, that's God's power at work. And she also told me, she said, every time a kid smiles, every time a kid laughs with joy, she said that's a miracle. She said, because that's joy that, God put in the world. And when I was younger, and even that I got older, I'm always constantly reminded, that children are little treasures, just the same as our elders are treasures. And for those of you that out there that got parents that are getting older, getting a little age on them, and your mothers or even your grandmothers, love them, take care of them. Sure, it might be a little tiresome some days, but you know what? At the end of the day, when you put your head on the pillow at night and you shut your eyes, you're going to know that you've done something great in this world. You may never make big money. You may never venture out of your little one-horse town or anything else. But the fact of the matter is you took care of your elders. And that's a good thing. And everybody fails and succeeds at this at many different levels and stages, so don't be down on yourself. But take care of your elders. Take care of your mothers, especially your mothers that brought you into this world. And as the old saying goes, they can take you out. Boy, I tell you, I've heard that. I don't know how many people can look and say, well, I've heard that several times, But something else for us men out there when it comes to our mothers. Now, I don't know nothing from a woman's point of view. I just know this from a man's point of view. This is another reason why we need to honor our mothers, man. If you were lucky and fortunate to be blessed with a mother like mine, loving and caring all the time, someone that's been there, thick and thin, laughed with you, cried with you, and helped stand beside you and stand with you during your hard times and lift you up when you need a lifting and celebrated and joy with you in the victory of times. In this world, young men, middle-aged men, old men out there in this world, there is no greater, purest love on this earth that walks this earth, that cares for you unconditionally upon this earth than your mother. And it is the mother that teaches us men how to love. It is our mothers that teach us how to give and care and be compassionate. And our mothers, to us men in this world, is the only woman in your entire existence. No offense, women out there, but a man's mother out there in this world is the only woman that will never lie to you, cheat you, steal from you, or steer you wrong if they can help it. And that's if you have a mother that is worth a count. There are some occasions where even fathers have had to step in and be both. And for those fathers out there that have to step in and be both, I honor you and say thank you. And those men out there should be honored as well that have had to step into those roles. I've never been a parent. I've came close twice. But God saw other plans for me in my life. So I wouldn't know what it'd be like to be a single parent or a parent at all. But I've seen struggles that people's gone through. I've seen hard times. And I've known a few guys that have raised girls even single-handedly, that had to step in and not only be father but be mother at the same time, because once again there are some mothers out there that just ain't worth a count, and that's sad and true all at the same time. So for those that's had to step in and be both parents, whether you're man or woman, I honor you and say thank you, and may you be blessed. Well folks, I'm going to end this video now, and I like to say, give your mothers a call, or that parent that had to step in and be both. Give those parents a call. Tell them you love them, because you only get one mother, one father in this world, whether it be surrogate or by blood. Tell them that you love them and that you thank God for them every day. And not just let one particular day be a day to honor your mother and father, but let every day be that day, because one day you're going to wake up and they ain't going to be there because they done took their spirit journey. So I'd just like to say Happy Mother's Day. And to all the mothers out there, may you be blessed. To all my subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Hit like and share. And share. And I thank you. And you have a great, wonderful day, and may you be blessed wherever you're at in this world. Later.